Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam Channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on this June 27th, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Yesterday was a bit of a scorcher, but not as hot as it's going to get. 89 was our high temperature yesterday, almost 90. Some of you in your maybe backyard thermometer, front porch thermometer, or mesonet sites hit 90 yesterday. Get ready for mid 90s, possibly even upper 90s as we get into the 4th of July weekend, or even actually before the 4th of July weekend, which is this weekend. I know 4th of July is on a Tuesday, so how do you handle that? It's like, it's the 4th of July weekend, but then 4th of July is on a Tuesday. So I know it. But anyway, we'll call it 4th of July weekend. Is really not going to be as hot as it's going to be in the next few days. So get ready for that. That 89 that we hit yesterday, right exactly where we should be as far as average temperature for this time of the year. There were a few renegade showers in central Kentucky yesterday, as expected, but all of that has moved out. Skies are clear this morning across much of the area. There may be maybe a scant uh, fog bank somewhere, but otherwise we are quiet and good to go this morning. But temperatures are already in the 60s and 70s as we check them here. Dew points are certainly going to be in the 70s. It's going to be quite muggy over the next few days, along with the heat. In fact, we're going to talk about excessive heat coming. In the meantime, here we are at just after 5 a.m., 60s all over the place, already mid 60s across the Tennessee border. Won't take long for us to get into the 70s, even though it doesn't feel quite that bad this morning. The dew points are going to hover in the mid 60s today, but they're going to get worse. They're going to get in the 70s. Dew points in the 70s, even mid 70s the next few days, along with the heat. And that's going to be a problem, I can tell you, in the next few days leading up to the holiday weekend. So let's look at the 10-day blender. I'll show you some of the numbers here. Are you sure you want to see these numbers? Whew. I mean, 87, okay, 88, 89. We may hit 90 today. The numbers that I've been showing here lately have been, well, they've been just below what actually occurs. Like, I think we had 86, 87 or so yesterday on this graphic, and it ended up at 89. So, what that tells me is that some of the models are not coming into sync or seeing the kind of muggy air mass and the heat and all of that. It's kind of undercutting it. So, you can probably add a degree or two to what you're seeing right here today. And then tomorrow, certainly, I do think we'll hit 90 for sure. But look at this is what I'm talking about. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be the hottest days of the year so far. 99, well, let's see, 96, 99, 98. Add to that the mugginess, dew points in the 70s, and we've got excessive heat and humidity. We're going to have to talk about heat index readings above 100, in some cases 105 to 110, especially Saturday. But at the same time, there's also going to be some chances for rain thrown in there. So it's going to be rough as far as heat and humidity Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, as we get into Sunday, we're going to start to see better chances of rain coverage, and that's going to bring the temperatures down closer to 90, upper 80s, and we're going to stay there pretty much as we get into next week. Tuesday, the 4th, July 4th, looks to be around 90 with a chance of showers. And once we get some of these showers activated, in fact, there's going to be these what we call MCS complexes. Uh, this is convective systems, multiple convective systems that come in from our northwest and they drop southeast. These complexes of thunderstorms are built by the heat, and then they're just activated with the amount of moisture and the mugginess in the air, and they can produce some bad weather. We could be looking at more bad weather, severe weather, even wind-driven storms that happen with these complexes as they roll in. So that's something we've got to watch over the next few days, along with the excessive heat. Hotter than the 4th of July? Yeah, it certainly looks that way. Because next few days, well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday look to be hotter than the 4th, which is on Tuesday. All right, so here we go with the model map. This is only going to show us that things are going to stay fairly quiet. Again, today there could be these renegade showers in the far eastern part of the state, but none of that affecting us. The atmosphere is pretty well capped off. It's like boiling water with a lid on it. That's nothing but heat and humidity. Here's one of those complexes that tries to work in, but it's going to go kind of in this order. It's too far south of us to really bring us any kind of thunderstorm activity. We see another one trying to get going up here to the north, but it falls apart as we get into tonight and tomorrow. But then the next few days, there are going to be these complexes. You can see one here, there's one here, here's another one back to the west. These are those complexes that I talked about, convective systems that are just clustered together, big movement, and the upper flow takes it south and east. So at some point, these are going to come our direction and they're going to see, there's one right there. Look at that. This is on Wednesday night. This one, because of the upper airflow, the jet, it's going to take it kind of like that. Okay. So it may affect the western part of our state, that one Wednesday night, but more likely as everything moves east, we're going to be right there in the target zone on Thursday and Friday, maybe even Saturday. With these complexes, it'll just be, you'll see them start way up in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and then they just all are pushed down into our area. So that's what I'm talking about. And then in addition, before those hit, it's heat and humidity that just boils right over southern Kentucky and sends our temperatures into the upper 90s, and then the heat index 105 to 110. Very possible as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All right, a look at the surface map before I go. Um, Still looking at the potential for more rain, which we need, by the way. I want to update you as far as the deficit of rainfall year to date, 4.62 inches behind. That's where we are. We're over 4.5 inches behind on rainfall, even with now some of you that picked up the 2 to 3 inches of rain night before last. You're not you've pretty well caught up, but everybody else that didn't get all that much, you're still suffering with the lack of rainfall. So here we go into midday, afternoon. There's that late afternoon chance of showers off into far eastern Kentucky. We'll watch these complexes get together off to the north of us, and you can watch them here in the next couple of days. Here's tonight, tomorrow, as we get into Wednesday night. Here we go with those complexes starting up north of us in the upper Midwest and then falling southeast. And because of the movement of everything you see on the map, west to east, eventually that upper flow is going to be right over us. So let's go into Wednesday evening. into Wednesday night, then into Thursday. Warm front lifts across the area. Complex is still trying to work their way down. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, pretty good coverage of rain here on the first day of July. Cold front gets up a little bit, starts to slow down. That's good for us to get some rain. Here we go into Sunday, then into Monday. It shows the front past us, but we're still going to be with a lot of instability, still with some heat and humidity and those complexes that try to dive down, which this map doesn't show very well, but they'll be out there. We'll have to watch for those things because when they come by, it could be, just steamy hot and sticky. Temperatures in the 90s, the heat index above 100, and then all of a sudden the sky gets dark. It's kind of like one of those things you see often during the summertime. You look off to the north and northwest, sky's getting dark, and all of a sudden this thing blows in, and I mean it blows in. Some people use the term derecho. I don't know if it's going to be derecho type, but it'll be similar in that it just packs a lot of wind and rain. And then the temperatures fall about 20 degrees after it happens, and then the sun comes back out. We're going to have those things just one after the other. It appears, if everything goes like I see, uh, very possible over the next few days and into the holiday weekend. So make your plans accordingly. All right. As of 5:16, you hear that? Hear that? That's not rain. That's Sam 100.7. We're still off the air. So I'm just going to do like I did yesterday. You can go to bowlinggreensam.com and listen online. I'm sure, I know that the crews are out there working. There's still plenty of people without power. God bless you. I mean, they've called in crews from everywhere to try to get everybody back up and that suffered from the storms the night before last. But since our tower is kind of out in the middle of, well, Edmonson County, Warren County line up near Wingfield, it's like, yeah, it's right off of, I think it's 1749, Highway 1749. But it's taking a while to get everything hooked up again because there were so many down trees and power lines. So we're being patient, but I will be doing my show as usual, but it will be online. So you can actually get Sam on your phone or your tablet. All you got to do, if you have a smartphone, you just go to bowlinggreensam.com. Again, bowlinggreensam.com. If you have an Alexa device, just tell it to listen to Sam 100.7. It'll be there. We're on an app called TuneIn. TuneIn, TuneIn, TuneIn app. You can download that app and listen to us on your phone, your tablet, your computer, PC. So there are ways to still listen, but until our transmitter gets power, it's not going to be on your radio. All you're going to get is this. What song is that? Yeah, and some of you have said, "Did y'all change formats?" I'm hearing country songs on 100.7. No, that's distant signals coming in from Nashville and from Indiana and other places that are on the frequency 100.7 FM. But when we're on, of course, that blocks all those out. So it could come on this morning, it could come on during the show, or it might not even come on today. But we're just going to keep on rolling. In the meantime, God bless you. Thank you for watching as always. And I'll see you on the radio. I'll see you online. There we go.